Hey guys, Tim here, back with the 2002 Honda Insight project. Today is going to be a pretty straightforward one. We're just trying to clean. So what that's going to look like is stripping out as much of the interior as possible. I'm going to pull the seats out and pull the seat covers off. I'm going to put those through the washing machine, and hopefully that'll clean them up, and if it doesn't, I'll put them through again. I'm also going to try and strip out as much of the extra stuff from the car as possible and just generally get this thing in empty condition. The headliner has to come out, the dashboard has to come out, everything has to come out because the mice got everywhere, as mice do. And then everything has to get a really good cleaning. So we're going to get started on that today. First part, get the seats. The seats are pretty straightforward. We just have a few 12mm bolts holding them in, one here and then two behind the seat. So I'm going to get started on that. This is pretty easy. Okay, there wasn't really a good way to do this, so I'm coming in from the back, just so you can get footage. Alright. And then I still put my hands in the way. My head's completely in the way. I'm out of frame, but the final step here is to remove the seat belt from the seat. So to do that, I just got this screwdriver that happens to be attached to my knife. I'm going to pry this cover out, and that looks like that's maybe still a 12. We'll find out. Nope, that's a 14. Alright, so I'll take my 14, and I should have done this with the seat still attached, but this has been out before. So I say final step, but this is actually the first step. Alright, and that's out. So now I can pull the seat out and probably knock the camera over when I do. Alright, so now the seat is good to come out. Okay, next up is removing the seat covers. So to do that, we just got to find all the little clips and hog rings and pull them off. Pretty straightforward. You just gotta pay attention. Ideally, I would be using dikes for this and just cut the hog rings because I'm not reusing these. I have brand new ones, but I didn't bring any with me, so that's not happening. So I'm just twisting it to where I can get it open. And in that case, I'm straight up ripping the fabric, or ripping the foam that it clips into, so that's no good. But we'll sort something out. So in addition to the hog rings, you have clips like this, and for this, you just pull it up and over, and it releases. So I'm going to go through and find everything in here, and we're going to see what we can do. Alright, so each one of these seams here, and all along here has a hog ring or multiple hog rings holding it together. So I got to go through and I got to find those. Looks like we have to do a little bit more disassembly in here to get these seat covers off. Let's see though. Yep, so these screws here have to come out. So I'm going to grab a screwdriver real quick. I'm just checking to see if these are JIS, and they do not appear to be. JIS screws are common on these cars, and you can tell what they are because they have a little dot on the face. So I'll show you where that dot would be, and potentially show you an example of a JIS screw. I'm really lazy when it comes to editing those, so I probably won't. Alright, so see the face? One of these quadrants would have a little dot there. And then that would tell you that it's a JIS screw, which is a slightly different screwdriver. And you want to use that screwdriver. Invest in one if you're dealing with these cars, because it makes a huge difference in how often you come out the screw. I'm going to keep working at this, and I'll get back to you when I'm done. Alright y'all, I got the seat covers off. Now they can go into a trash bag and then go into my laundry machine so that they can be cleaned. It's just a bunch of hog rings all around there and a few clips. It's really straightforward. It's just be patient and look closely. Alright, moving on to the next step. Great angle here. Alright, the next step is removing this old battery box. I don't need it, it's just going to get in the way and it's bent out of shape anyway. I'm missing half the parts, half the bolts. So I'm just going to pull the few bolts that are left and rip it out of here. All those bolts are done, this should come right out. And to the recycling center it goes. Alright, I've gotten the seats pulled out, most of the interior pulled out. What's left is the headliner. Now I've already vacuumed everything and I know I'm about to dump a bunch of dust back on, well, a bunch of detriment back on the ground. But at least right now it's clean-ish. The plan is to get all of the wiring, all of the fabric, everything not hard, stripped out of the interior. And then I can pressure wash the car and hopefully that'll take care of a lot of the smell. And then it's going to be making the blanking plates for all of the various holes that are left in the system. A good place to start is going to be removing the visors. Not entirely sure how these clips are held in. Well, that wasn't the way to do it. That's how I did it. Looks like the right way is to twist. 90 degrees and then pull down. So I'll have to make or find a new one of those. Not a big deal. And it looks like we just got 2 screws. Right. And then there's a clip. That's going to need a lot of cleaning. Final prep work is these A-pillar trims. I say prep work, it looks like just pulling the tops up is all I needed to do. And now I get to take a shower. Okay. I don't know how well y'all can see all that, but that is not pretty. Okay. Alright, with that, the fabric from the interior is pulled. I think the only fabric left is the gear shift boot, and that whole assembly, the whole dash is going to come out eventually. Because I got to clean up behind it. I know there's stuff in the AC system, or in the ventilation system. So, still have a lot of work to do. But, we're making progress. I'm going to vacuum all this out. And I think that's going to be it for the day. Thanks for watching, guys.